Now, for those of you who watch my videos on a regular basis, you may have noticed something rather odd about me. Okay, there may be a lot of things that you find odd about me, but clearly the oddest of the odd would have to be that while I claim to be a preacher, I never ask you, the viewer, for any money. So, what's up with that? Well, let me try answering that by first looking at the life of the Apostle Paul, who wrote most of our New Testament and was one of the main people who spread the gospel throughout the Roman Empire. Now, you would be forgiven if you assume that he accomplished all of those amazing things while being paid in full-time ministry, but no, that wasn't the case. Now, let me be clear, he saw nothing wrong with people being paid full-time to preach the gospel. In fact, he did it on numerous occasions himself. Yet during most of Paul's ministry, he was either in jail for preaching the gospel, or he was holding down a full-time job doing manual labor. He was a tradesman. He would work during the day and then preach in the evenings and on weekends. Now let that sink in. Think of all that Paul accomplished, and he did it largely without the financial help from others. But there was a flip side. Because Paul often didn't require financial help, there were those who therefore didn't see him as a real preacher. They saw him as an amateur, not a professional preacher. See, in the ancient Greco-Roman world, manual labor was frowned upon by many philosophers and sages. They considered their profession as being too lofty for such demeaning work that only commoners did. And so many gained support, their financial support, from wealthy donors. And we see this attitude in the Corinthian church. When you read Paul's letters, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, we see him having to defend his ministry because he had the audacity to preach the gospel to them for free. Okay, now back to me. I like talking about me. So at this stage in my life, I feel that I'm supposed to be like Paul. I have a full-time job and I do the 1-minute preacher on the side. So please don't get offended, but I don't need your money. But ironically, the flip side to all of this is that because I don't ask for money, because I'm not standing here right now with tears streaming down my face saying that if you don't immediately send me $100, then children are going to go to bed hungry tonight. Because I don't do that, I guess many people don't see the 1-minute preacher as a real ministry. Yet just because I don't require your financial support doesn't mean I don't need your support in other ways. So this is where you, the viewer, come in. If you've been following my things for some time now, if you benefit from it and you feel that it is valuable for others to know, then please click the like button. Share, especially share, because some of you right now are watching this video simply because one of your Facebook friends, shared it on their Facebook page. And last but not least, I realize that in a perfect world, it shouldn't matter how many likes and follows a Facebook page has, but unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world, and likes and follows do matter. They give a Facebook page authority, legitimacy in people's eyes. Right now I'm standing at about 620. I'd really like to get up to 1,000. So if you haven't already, please go up to the top of the 1-Minute Preacher Facebook page and hit the like and follow buttons. I'd really appreciate it. And just thank you to all of you who have already done that and have been following me for some time. You believe in what I'm doing. I really do think that this is what God has called me to do. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Yeah. So, enough said. I hope to see you next Thursday.